Yeah, Errol Spence Jr. Of course, after getting the big win over um, Sean Porter to unify the IBF and WBC welterweight championships, he
Yeah.
gets into a serious car accident over in Texas. Flips a very expensive car over, and checked into the hospital. And apparently, there's, I guess, conflicting reports as to his overall condition.
Okay. There's no conflicting reports, though. See, this is my problem with the way you set that up. There's no conflicting reports. We have the gentleman on the line, Rick Glaser, who is very well respected. You know, I respect Rick Glaser. You know, I don't agree with a lot of what he says, but I respect him. I respect the OG in the game.
You might say some of what I say, not a lot of what I say, some of what I say. Okay, keep going now.
No, a lot. No, I'm kidding. But listen, you said that Errol Spence is more hurt than the PBC has.
Right. Okay. Well, let's forget about the information that I have. Let's just go to common sense. Okay.
Okay.
The police announced that he was drunk, and he was going between 100 and 110 miles an hour. His Ferrari that had a removable top, okay? Or was it a convertible? They didn't say, but we saw a picture of it. It had a removable top of some type. The car rolled 4 to 5 times over, okay?
Correct.
He was thrown on asphalt while he was drunk, so he didn't have the coordination that he would have had normally. That's why he crashed to start with, because he was drunk. Okay, let me ask you guys a question. You're up in the air, you're thrown on asphalt, you're going 100 to 110 miles an hour, and you're a 170-pound person that night. Let's forget about 147. He's 170 that night. Okay? Gentlemen, what kind of condition should a person be in after a crash like that?
He'll be in enough condition to have to go to the hospital. He didn't walk away without a scratch. He didn't walk away without any injuries. But what you're saying is that he was more hurt than the PBC let on.
100%. 100%. I said it, and I stand by what I said. Let me explain a couple things. Okay? I'm not going to reveal sources because I don't do that. Obviously, if I reveal
we would never
sources,
ask you to.
Right, I wouldn't. But I was told by somebody that I have a close friend that's close to somebody that's close to Earl. And he told me, he said, Rick, he said he's not paralyzed, but he can only move his back about a half an inch right now. Okay? He has got multiple broken bones. He needs multiple skin grafts. And his ankle and his foot, his left ankle and his foot are bad, are very bad. Okay? His one hand is really bad. Okay? He's got facial lacerations. He needs multiple skin grafts. Okay? Now, does that sound worse than PBC described? Way worse.
Well, my thing is like what you were asking in reference to the accident in general. When you pretty much get dislodged from, a car from
you're not
from that type of speed.
You're ejected.
You're ejected at that speed. You're going to have broken bones. Right, you're going to have broken bones, right?
Why?
So
so you're telling
the
me,
very least,
you're telling me that the PBC straight up lied when they said he did not sustain any broken bones or fractures.
Absolutely lied.
Wow. And so
Absolutely.
the WBC is lying also.
The WBC went off what the PBC told them. They're not lying.
The WBC claimed that they saw the medical report.
That why you've never? I've seen 150 medical reports been altered over the last 15 years, over the last 25, 30 years in boxing. What does that mean? What does that mean? In this day and age of computers, you can make up your own medical report with the doctor's signature still on the page. Come on, guys.
So you're saying that Errol Spence did indeed suffer broken bones and fractures?
Absolutely. Unequivocally saying that. Listen, I'm an Earl fan, guys. I think he's great for the game. He talks well. He's a great fighter. He's a great fighter. He and Terrence Crawford are the two best fighters of this generation, this era of fighters. Okay, two great fighters. They happen to be in the same weight class, sort of like Hearns and Agler. Sugar Ray Leonard and Hearns back in the day. They're two great fighters. Okay, I'm a big Earl fan. I'm a big Earl believer. He was a U.S. Olympian. You got to love the fact that he was a U.S. Olympian. He fought for our country. Okay, there's nothing wrong with Earl as far as me liking him. I can like a fighter that's a PBC fighter, even though I'm not fond of Al Heyman. I like Jared Hurd. I think he's cool as shit. I don't know J-Rock personally, but I like J-Rock. I think he's a hell of a fighter. Okay, I mean, there's fighters over there that I really like and they're fans of. I'm a fan of Errol Spence. I hope the guy fights again. Okay, and I think maybe he will fight. He'll never be the fighter that he once was. I don't think after this accident he's going to be able to make 147 pounds anymore, to be perfectly frank with you. And it can't be at 54. If he fights, it won't be in 2020.
You're saying Errol Spence is not going to fight at all next year?
If he fights, maybe next December, right at the tail end of the year. But he's dead. God, he's dead.
Okay, so in reference to this accident, in comparison to say, like when Paul Williams had the motorcycle accident, how close?
Different. Paul Williams was paralyzed for life. It's apples and oranges. He's not paralyzed. Okay, I said that from the beginning. He wasn't paralyzed. He had bulging disc in his back because of the accident. Okay, and in the meantime, he could move his back a half an inch. He was not ever paralyzed.
Okay. So if Errol Spence comes back during the summer as is planned, do you reserve the right to change your mind, or will you still stick to
I will admit I would prefer to admit I'm wrong.
Okay.
And I hope I see him in April, like they're saying. You guys got the wrong impression. But they did not tell the truth. He's worse than they said he was, by far. Well, let me put it this way to you. PBC sent out a press release that he was going to make his first public appearance since the accident, and he's going to give his first interview since the accident at the Wilder-Ortiz fight. Like Elvis, was he in the building?
Nope.
Well, a lot of people didn't make it to the building that day. So,
it was in the building. Well, we know one thing. There was empty seats for him.
Yeah, there were empty seats. Hey, we have a random segment on the show called Count the Dots, and we were counting dots for that particular fight.